Hi, so I'm here with Elaine Wilkie from Wilkie Wellness. She's the Mama Wilkie of this amazing family-owned business here in Regina. She works with her daughters Nikki and Sam, as well as some other great practitioners who all offer something different and special. So, Elaine, what do you want to tell us about Wilkie Wellness today?
Thanks for that beautiful introduction. And I think, a few things that maybe make our center a bit unique. We began the center, my daughter Sam was the first to sort of bring the words Wilkie Wellness to life and opened a first little center with always the intention that the three of us at some point in our lives would come together to work together. And we've been doing that now for almost 6 years. And in the location we are right now, for the last, almost 4 years now. So, we began with the upper level, and a small sort of space, the three of us and a couple of other lovely practitioners. We've had just a beautiful flow of wonderful people in and out of our space, as practitioners, sort of working with our family. And so our focus very much is to provide a space that's very safe, where individuals of all ages, families, couples, can come and feel that no matter what walk of life they come from, what cultural space, what gender space, economic status, that none of that really is a deciding factor in their capacity to be in our space and part of the community. We hope to create and work really hard to create a space that's community-based and safe, for people to come and do their healing journey and their healing work, however that looks for them. We have worked as well to create a space that is trauma-informed, so that when people are coming to do their work, that this is a place that won't be, we hope, in any way triggering or connected to, energies in a space that just make it difficult for them to come in and out in doing that really kind of deep journey work that people do on their healing walks. So that sort of was our beginning vision. And
That's all. So what are all the services that you guys offer in there?
Well, the three of us, as family, Samantha Sam is, she coordinates our yoga program. We have, I believe, 8 yoga teachers at this time on our staff grouping, some who work in studio and some with the shifts and changes with this coronavirus and how it's impacted, wellness spaces, some online. And we've had, a really good response from both of those. Some people liking coming to yoga to be part of community, spending lots of time alone, perhaps in their home spaces, and loving to be able to come and gather with other people who are, healing and strengthening and growing. Sam is a yoga therapist, trained yoga therapist at the University of Calgary, and so, or Mount Royal University, sorry. And so her approach always is very therapeutic. The yoga in our space is very gentle. It's very restorative. It is a constant effort to provide classes and provide supports in the yoga classes so that anyone of any age, any impediments or ability issues can enjoy the world of yoga, the expansion, I guess, beyond just the asana or physical practice, to knowing that there are many limbs of yoga, meditation, chanting, mantra, that can be a part of the journey in the realm of yoga. And Sam does a beautiful job of that. She offers training, 200-hour teacher training, trauma-informed teacher training, and a variety of mentorship options for people who are interested in becoming yoga instructors themselves. So it's a very busy part of our space, filled with all kinds of wonderful people who come and go, some very committed, some coming in for periods of time on their healing journey and sliding out. The yoga is a big part of our, that tradition is a big part of our space. So that's one piece we have. Nikki, my other daughter, is a doctor of Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And so she offers all kinds of forms, acupuncture, because she is a doctor of TCM, that allows her to work with herbology, cupping, all kinds of interesting approaches in terms of use of the acupuncture process itself. And she also has done some recent training in working with what are called the extraordinary meridians and supporting people in trauma through acupuncture. So it's a really interesting new sort of part of her work in the last year. She works lots because she's a young mom, 2 little babies, and so lots of work as well with issues of fertility, women's issues, women's health issues, and very supportive in that realm for her clients as well. So she has a very busy practice and a very busy life at home as mom of 2 very busy little guys.
Yeah, I bet. And then what about yourself?
And then my walk in this world is one of looking at the world of energy healing. I am fascinated by it. I love the time we're in, where we're in this beautiful blending of like science, physics, biology, and these new sort of movements in these areas, sort of blending together and connecting in and supporting these Eastern practices such as Reiki, Karuna Ki, Taoist traditions, energy practices, and then, flowing across to things like bioenergetics and, some of these more Western practices of working with energy and this beautiful blending of that. So I find it all fascinating. It's huge. It'll take me, I'm sure, 100 lifetimes to understand all of this. And it really is exploding lots of new discoveries in physics and the world of the quantum field are really impacting the world of energy healing. And so it's a really exciting time to be involved in this work. So much to learn, so much happening. And I offer that in just coming and learning. I'm a teacher by trade, and so I love teaching. And so my sessions often, are filled with knowledge as well, and teaching and helping people understand themselves as an energy field and an energy being, working with subtle bodies and all kinds of really super cool stuff in the world of energy healing. And so, often teaching component as part of those sessions. I send people with homework, never leaves you as a teacher. It's optional. People who want to, continue to work at home and continue with their healing journey on their own. And also an integrated approach to Western psychology and counseling. That's part of my background. My MED was in educational psychology, PhD, a big focus in transpersonal or more spiritual psychology work. And so offering what I call energy psychology, which is a combination of looking at the psyche and the healing journey there, but also with the recognition that we're energy beings, and how does the psyche and our consciousness flow and how is it impacted by energy, our own energy field, the energy of the field around us. And so those are the 2 sort of options that I have, energy healing sessions. And I also do a lot of teaching. So I love teaching, offer lots of workshops in a variety of areas. My favorite is teaching in the world of Reiki, and offering all of the levels of Usui tradition of Reiki up to the master's level. And more recently this year began teaching sort of a new form of working with energy, Karuna Ki, and I do that in an integrated approach. And offering that training, so people are starting to look at the expansion of the energy field and this idea of multidimensionality, that quantum physics is really supporting now, that there's more to us than maybe even what we've thought about ourselves as energy beings, and just seeing the expansion of that. So that's kind of my world and what I get to play and work in. And together as a family, we sometimes come together and combine our modalities. So we've offered nights of, Reiki and acupuncture, or yoga and acupuncture, and we've done a couple where it's all 3 of us. So, And then we have a space that's open, for practitioners to come and bring their own business and their own way of running their wellness business into our space and be completely independent, but part of a community that's very supportive. So we have, massage therapists. We've had a really big variety of all kinds of different practitioners, Reiki, everything from people who were gifted, the world of sort of body talk, card reading, nutrition support. And we have lots of spaces right now. Lots of our rooms have opened in this world of the corona change. Many of our practitioners choosing to go online with their business. So we have room and space if anyone wants to come and join us and be part of this world of wellness at Wilkie Wellness.
Where could they find you guys, and how would they get in contact with you?
Well, we are located at 2614 6th Avenue, which is on the corner of Albert and 6th. We sit right next to Cree Land Market and Urban Reserve land. We are very intentional about where we're placed, sort of in this in-between space between, our North Central community and the sort of business community in Regina, and trying to offer kind of a bridge space for people from all communities in Regina to come and learn about each other. We do lots of conversation and work and talking and fundraising to support, our First Nations community in the ways that we feel we can. Doors open to, all kinds of perspectives and ideas, conversations often in our space about the issues of privilege and oppression that exist in our community. And so there's a real intentionality to where we set our business and the building that we're in and where we're located in Regina. Our phone number is 352-4849, and we have a website, wilkiewellness.com, and we can be reached by email at wilkiewellness@gmail.com.
Yeah, healing practices are more important than ever, and you guys do such beautiful work. So thank you for sharing all of that with us today.
You're welcome. I'm so excited about what you're doing, and a hugely important time for people to be able to access all kinds of services. I'll just put a little plug in for, we had a birthing of an idea and a nonprofit organization near the end of last year, which is sort of in this waiting zone right now as we move through this time with the coronavirus. And this nonprofit's called Hope for Healing. And our intention with that was to be able to create a space to support in whatever way this nonprofit can, especially financially, people who cannot access services that are still called alternative, even though some of them are 5,000 years old. And sort of breaking those, this access issue, a lot of people's health plans don't cover these modalities. Many people don't have health plans, and many people can't financially afford to access modalities of healing that, our province and our government in Canada still do not recognize as essential to healthcare. So we have, the stream of trying to fundraise and provide support for people to access healing in Regina, wherever, which is really cool with this website, that they their healing journey, but also to raise some awareness and start working with policy, which is the other sort of stream of this, to look at how do we start working at the level of policy to help health start to recognize that these multiple avenues and pathways for healing that your new work with Regina Real will really highlight and create a hub for people to find all of these services. Now we need to help, I think, raise some awareness and boost some legitimacy for all of these healers and beautiful practitioners that are out there with all kinds of training, all kinds of knowledge that just also needs to become legitimate in our community.
Mm-hmm. And especially to go to such a family-based, obviously caring community and space that you have too will be so important for people.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's our hope.
Yeah.
That's our wish.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I just want to say a big thank you to you and your partners that have started to pull this together. When people are in, the process of healing, really challenging to have the energy to be searching out supports and where they might go for that. And so I think it's a beautiful initiative that you've started. And thank you so much for allowing me to speak and be, at the front end of this work that you're doing. And I'll be really interested to continue to watch you and your kitties. Private impact. Very interested in there. Just to watch this grow and maybe some connections between this nonprofit and your work and how we might work together a bit as we get moving. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I hope so too. That would be amazing. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.